The town of Eldridge was never a bustling metropolis, but it held a unique charm. Tourists flocked to its yearly quaint fairs and carnival events, drawn by tales of a mysterious amusement park that had once been the pride of the town. Eldridge Park, as it was called, had long since shuttered its gates, but whispers of its past lingered like echoes in the empty streets. The park had boasted some of the most beloved mascots and characters from famous shows and movies during its heyday. There, the flamingo-like Fizzles danced alongside the glittering Starry, a humanoid character bedecked in sparkling sequins. Children would laugh as they rushed to the rides, holding the hands of these beloved icons. Now, though, their vibrant costumes hung in dusty shade, forgotten relics of joy. As the town prepared for its autumn festivals, strange occurrences began to plague Eldridge. Families reported the scents of burnt popcorn wafting through their backyards, long after the park had closed. Flashes of color flickered in the woods lining the town's outskirts, accompanied by eerie sounds of laughter, the kind that made every hair on one's body stand on end. Emily Watson, a sharp-eyed journalist with a knack for digging deep, caught wind of the townspeople's growing fears. Driven by curiosity, she attended the town hall meeting where the unease in the crowd turned into a tangible panic. "The mascots are missing," an elderly woman with tear-stained cheeks cried out. "They wouldn't leave us. They can't. They don't belong anywhere else," she lamented. While others gasped, Emily felt a shiver run down her spine. She had always loved those characters. They reminded her of her childhood, imagination, laughter, and innocence. With every passing day, news trickled in of children vanishing. The disappearances weren't just from the town, but nearby areas too. Their last known locations were always just close enough to the park that parents consoled themselves with the belief that someone had simply wandered there for a fleeting moment. One moonless night, propelled by the whispers of townsfolk, Emily decided to venture into Eldridge Park. Armed with only a flashlight and a spirit of brave curiosity, she slipped through the cracked entrance gate. The park lay cloaked in shadows, the weight of nostalgia as thick as the fog that crept across the grounds. As her footsteps echoed against the paved paths, Emily saw outlines of faded ride structures and dilapidated stalls. Suddenly, a low, playful giggle came from beyond a row of broken-down snack stands. "Hello?" she called out, her voice trembling slightly. The giggle grew louder, morphing into what resembled the laughter of children. Chills darted down her spine. In the dim light, she caught a glimpse of a familiar silhouette, a figure donned in the remnants of a vibrant costume. The character seemed to sway awkwardly, the fabric of their pulled skin peeling away like dried paint. She recognized the creature. It was Fizzles. Her heart raced as she stepped closer, but Fizzles' vacant eyes swiveled to meet hers. "Play with us, Emily," it crooned, but the voice had shifted. It was no longer playful, but chillingly orchestrated in a dissonant melody. Suddenly, voices are heard from the shadows surrounding her, echoing rising cackles of laughter just behind the tree line. "Join us forever," they called. She blinked, seeing fleeting glimpses of other faded characters, Starry, the twirlers, and even forgotten side characters no one remembered. They were all there, but they weren't themselves. The park had become a twisted parody of joy, an echo chamber of tortured laughter. Frantically, Emily turned to leave, but the characters swarmed, blocking her exit. Each shifted and formed grotesque visages of what they once were, mocking her with painted smiles that didn't reach their hollow eyes. "Don't be afraid," they beckoned as they wrapped her in their tattered embrace. "We just want to play." Quote, with a surge of adrenaline, Emily dashed through the throng, blindly escaping through the park, heart pounding furiously in her chest. She didn't stop until the tolling of the nearby church bell marked midnight, and she fell to her knees outside of the gates, covered in cold sweat. The next day, as news spread of her ordeal, more townsfolk began to go missing. The park was sealed once again, but whispers embedded themselves deeper in the town. No one dared speak of it openly. The lights never flickered again, and the laughter ceased to haunt Eldridge. But at night, if one stood close enough, they could still smell burnt popcorn and hear muffled cries from the dark, overgrown woods where the abandoned park lay, a sunken pit of lost childhood memories and stolen innocence. And though the mascots were missing, the echoes remained, twisted reminders that some characters are better off left in the shadows, their joy masking a haunting reality.